miss out on this usually showpiece occasion, but there's more meat to it today, I would suggest.
Gone on to strengthen squads. But I, like you, have never known the beginning of a charity shield like this, the noise, the anticipation, the atmosphere.
Cantona for Shearer.
Shearer made a lovely little diagonal run, and Rob Lee chose the wrong option, really.
It's a great ball from Beckham. Ibrahimović flexing an injury and has not been involved in the play.
Great ball from Beckham. The only surprise for me was that Eric Cantona played it in a little early. Thought he would have just held it, and given the chasing pack a little bit of time to catch up play. But this is a really bright opening to this match.
They've suffered quite a lot from Ferdinand in particular in recent seasons.
Different from what we put on screen, Newcastle, Mark, in the
summer. Shearer would have been top of that list. And for all the disappointment at Ewood Park. Back to Cantona. Giggs is still waiting on the left. But involved for Manchester United. Beckham, who likes to involve himself infield, but vital factors in the way. Hands for handball by Ferdinand. He kept his arms firmly down by his side. Beckham.
Knocked down for the other one to be running onto.
This is Beckham. Irwin is trying to get there. Started from very deep. Up behind Beardsley. And it isn't usually the way for clubs coming into the Charity Shield. It's often regarded. Beckham gets away from Albert. Scholes is with him. Cantona is free. It's another chance for Cantona, and this time he's taken it. You can't keep losing him as Newcastle have been doing without paying the price.
Everyone might be looking at David Beckham and saying great vision, but he's got a lot to thank Paul Scholes for marking. As he's got, watch, he didn't see it quite there. Scholes actually points to Beckham to go the other way.
Newcastle do close the door. Giggs, Cantona pulling away from Albert again. And not coping with the quality of his work off the ball, let alone what he does when he's in possession. And here's another one. Beckham's cross. And Nicky Butt flying in with the header.
Well, if this is only a curtain raiser, Martin, for the rest of this season, what have we got to look forward to? That is a magnificent goal. Again, we talked about the passing. Wonderful pass, cross-field for Cantona's run. Now watch this for a drilled cross. He absolutely drills it. And Butt's got forward time after time this afternoon, and he's rewarded. Look at the way he looks up, drills it at him. Go on, Nicky, put your head on that. And he gives Sundercheck no chance. Goalkeepers don't save these. There's too much pace on them. You can't save them, not unless they hit you.
Away from Shearer. Beckham is there. Scholes. Beckham. Typical of Newcastle that they promised before they realised they were going to be in the season with three centre-backs. As we said at the beginning, Steve Howe not really wanting to be risked today under those injury difficult. Irwin.
Wanted to be right up there at the front.
Giggs for Beckham. Blackburn together. So here's Beckham looking for a third.
Well, it won't affect the system or the way they play. Poborski will just come right side and Beckham just tuck in field to where Butt was playing alongside.
Beckham. Getting closer and closer. Nick Collins over on the far side. Nick.
Martin, Dennis Irwin was substituted at half-time because he's got a sore knee. That's why Gary Neville came on. And just to update you on the...
Beckham's corner. If he cleared up. It drops for Beckham. And Manchester United might have had a fair amount of optimism there. There are certain players you'd like those to drop to, and some you wouldn't fancy. But Beckham would come in the former category.
Oh, you better believe it. A little bit anxious. I think his eyes opened a little bit wide there as that was dropping. I think he quite fancied it himself. Just right.
Poborski. That was a great idea and close to execution. Sneidjer's got a problem. He's in danger of... He turned onto his weaker side. There might be a break on for Manchester United here. Cruyff for Cantona. Out comes Sneidjer. Well, we're asking you to pick the man of this. Probably.
The boy with the famous father.
He won't thank you for that, will he?
No.
But it's true. He's got to live with it, and he's done well enough in his career to this point. There'll never be another Johan Cruyff, and no one knows that better than his son. Cantona!
Well, he got there. He got free of Watson. And I think it was only the fact that he didn't get it down, and not so much to do with the challenge of Watson. But he hasn't tested the goalkeeper. Again, Watson gets sucked in a little bit. Free header. Unchallenged. You could see the disappointment in Cantona. It was his ability. He would have felt he could have just have knocked out to the far corner.
Sky Sports of their match against Inter, and Paul Ince. No flag. Beckham. 3-0.
Well, who else but Cantona, Mark, would you expect to orchestrate it? They take 2, 3, 4 little passes in the midfield. Perhaps everyone's getting a track to the ball. Look at the run of Beckham. It's perfectly timed. And the finish, well, goalkeeper made his mind up. And the young lad, he has a quick look here, sees him coming and thinks, well, I'll have my Wembley goal. Thank you very much. And it's capped a great display from him and the captain. What a part he's played today, Cantona.
So for all Newcastle's improvement in the second half, the better share of possession part of this. Manchester United, although Cantona's halo did slip in one flashpoint in the second half. Nicky Butt got the second and then went off with concussion. His great pal David Beckham. After some... And Manchester United are still setting the standards in the territory of trophy winning. The Littlewoods FA Charity Shield is on display at Old Trafford for the next year, if they can find room for it. A most emphatic exhibition from Manchester United. They put down their marker. Well, Alan Shearer makes an early exit. There's plenty of time to come for him to have his say in the black and white stripes. And you do feel today that these players deserve a lap of honour. It's been that kind of display.
performance. But that was the first half.